Like,
Yeah, we're doing free content here. We gotta
Hold
get
on,
that
I'm
free
hitting the
stuff.
button. I'm hitting the damn thing. I'm hitting the damn thing. Okay, we are boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep 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 boop boop. Let me get my docs up.
Beep boop boop.
Where
I'm
are
not
they?
getting notifications at all.
What's that?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it should be coming up here. It's all going
I
through
wasn't
YouTube.
I wasn't I wasn't getting notifications originally.
Okay, that's muted. Good. Stream. We're on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, so we're good right now. Yeah, what I'm saying is like I think that properly speaking, we need to understand Trump as somebody who is mentally retarded. You have to view him properly as somebody who didn't hit key
And I would
developmental
say that
milestones.
that would be giving him too much. That would be giving him too much leeway, too much credit.
It's not that he somehow has permission because he's not. It's not actually. It's not like it's socially learned.
He's
Like
dumb, but like maliciously dumb.
yeah, but like that's like most of America. Most of America
It's
suffers
not
this.
like a developmental, you know. It's like just straight up like like a rich kid that just thinks he doesn't have any. There's no consequences for anything.
Right. That's a type. It's a type of learned
Very similar
retardation.
to a Joffrey thing, right?
No, it's different than Joffrey. Joffrey's a
Totally a
serial killer.
Joffrey thing. It is
Serial?
totally. Well, Trump is. I mean,
No, it's not.
social murder is murder.
No, that okay. First off, no buzzwords right now. All right, we're talking about
Okay.
something. This is purely medical. What you are talking about is the developmental difference between a serial killer and somebody who was not properly taught how to be an adult. That's the difference. Because
And I would,
Trump is
I would,
wealthy.
and Joffrey was taught how to be a proper adult. No,
Jo-
no,
Joffrey would have had to have been. Yeah, if you take the Game of Thrones as
no.
a perfect analog to feudalism, then yes, he was a proper adult for their society. And he knew that causing pain would cause others pain, and he knew that was essentially wrong, but he
You're saying
ignored it
Trump does
to
not know
inflict the
that,
pain. What's that?
and you're saying Trump does not know that.
I don't think he sees what he does as painful to other
Nah,
people, except when he's
nah.
explicitly attempting to cause pain.
I think
I,
he knows and doesn't give a shit.
I don't think he does. I don't think he's developed that high. Here's the thing. There's like what you're saying is like really brutal and cool, but there's no evidence. Like watch a Trump speech and see if he actually has like a developmental understanding of anything he's talking about. He
Well,
doesn't.
but here's the thing. There's a difference between pain and suffering. And I think Trump understands pain,
Sure.
but I don't think he understands suffering the way that like you and I understand it.
No, he doesn't. Neither. Whereas Joffrey
Someone
perfectly understands
right,
both and enjoys them.
right, right.
Like, okay, you tell me if this sounds like an ice cold serial killer. We're rounding him up in a very humane way, in a very nice way, and they're going to be happy because they want to be legalized. And by the way, I know it doesn't sound nice, but not everything is nice. That's not how an adult talks. That's not how a fully developed adult forms a coherent thought. That's just not. Like,
I would still say serial killer. I really would.
I mean, but that's not right though. Like, then it's important to see, like, it's important to break liberal demonization. This man, he's like he's a high functioning retard in the proper sense of that word. Like he actually has problems cognitively because he wasn't socialized properly. It was put into his head. Like, by the way,
And
capitalism puts in all these people's heads to a degree. He's just an
and
extreme
mass
example.
murder is different from serial killer. I'm not endorsing either, but
Right.
like there's a different thing going on.
Absolutely. Serial killing is cold, it's calculated, there's a lot of high functioning parts. You have to understand a lot of different
Okay, so
nuances.
you're saying to be a serial killer, he'd have to be smarter.
Not there's a certain type of intelligence that is required for a serial killer. You have to be able to analyze emotions. You have to be able to like kind of intuit social relations so you know when people are isolated and vulnerable. And you have to know how to control people in a very physical manner. Trump
Not really. Not if they're like the cop serial killers, the ones that
is
get like wealth and power and authority and things like that.
that's
They don't
not
have to know shit.
What do you mean by a cop serial killer? Do you just mean like cops who are like, oh, I'm out with the boys, I'm going to shoot somebody? Because that's not a serial
Yeah, like
killer.
that.
That's
That's
just
like,
that's just a government thug. That's a soldier. Soldiers aren't serial
I
killers.
mean,
They're
that's a
trained
serial
differently.
killer. I mean, what? It's mass murder. It's mass indiscriminate killing. Like what?
It's all liberal uses of the word though. They're not like
All right.
you're like a serial killer is like a serial killer is a certain personality type in the realm of like medical disorders. It's the social consequence. It's like a very real social consequence, a dangerous social consequence to shit like psychopathy and schizophrenia run amok without treatment, without the proper environment, etc. Those people learn to survive a very certain way. Sociopathy and psychopathy, like just going at it. Whichever one it is, doesn't really matter which one it causes. But in those instances, a fully functioning sociopath is actually very in tune to other people's emotions and knows ways to like prod at them and manipulate them and bully them without visually bullying them and then isolate them and then get them where they need to be able to perform the violent act.
And Trump doesn't have any of that, like, empathic or observed, like, knowledge of other people. They don't exist to him at that level, I don't think.
Yeah, if like he had a serial killer mentality, do you think there would have been a leak every 5 minutes about every goddamn dumb thing he did? Like he would have been able to intuit who was doing that and deal with them. Like, that's what a sociopath. That's how they would have handled it. Because that's how the rest of these politicians handle it. He was like, "Oh my god, all the leakers. There's a leaker every 5 fucking seconds." Yeah, because you fucking surround yourselves with fucking sharks, you idiot. Like he's a dumb person objectively, and I submit that it is because he is a type of socially retarded. Like, and I'm again, purely in a developmental stage sense, he has not hit those milestones. He has not aged on certain facets of being an adult. He has not aged beyond that of a small child. Whereas, like, a serial killer may also miss some of those milestones, but the milestones they hit all turn out to be a very dangerous person.
I don't know about that. I can't co-sign that, sir.
You don't have to, but I'm telling you right now, I'm right. Like, I'm very adamant about being right on this because it's important not to think of Donald Trump as a mastermind. A serial killer can mastermind a crime.
Mastermind. He's not a mastermind for sure.
Okay, well, I don't know why you keep saying things that undermine your own argument and then you're like, but you're wrong. You keep validating me and then say, but you're wrong. Like, I'm doing it.
I can't. I can't. I don't know.
I didn't say.
I don't know.
Here's the other thing. I don't think it's a pitiable condition. He's an adult. He can opt to learn that shit. He's had 70 years on this planet. He had all the time in the world to learn that shit. But at the end of the day, he opted not to. So I'm not. It doesn't give him a pass. Like, I'm not one of these people who think that incompetence is a pass for shit. He is socially incompetent.
Okay, see, that's my disagreement there. Because like, if he hasn't developed past a child, then children have a pass. He should not have any pass whatsoever.
That's a decision you're making though. I don't think if you have a 70-year-old body, just because you act like a little fucking baby kid doesn't mean you get the same pass as a baby kid. You're a 70-year-old man. You should have learned how to control your shit.
There's nothing about his circumstances that it doesn't give an excuse.
Right.
It might be an explanation, but here's the thing. At a certain point, you're going to get a lot of clues that you are a shitty human being. And what you choose to do with that is up to you. He has had, over his lifetime, a number of opportunities to discover that he's a shitty human being, but he has carefully curated everything in his life to avoid contact with anyone who will tell him that anything he thinks or does is wrong.
Yeah. But for real though. And whenever somebody tells him he's wrong, he throws a fit.
That's possible.
Well, for him, he had enough money at his back at the right time.
Yeah. He's rich. That's how rich people live. They live in a world where they can be hyper focused on certain, like his competency. his competency on certain subjects, I agree, is absolutely terrifying. Like if you needed to commit a crime right now, Trump would be like, dude, I got you. I know how to commit some financial crimes. And he would know how to do them in such a brazen way that you can get away with it. As he famously said, they'll just let you do it. Right? And he means that for a lot of stuff. That's why he believes that he can just rape people because
Because
society
he
has
has
just
been
let him
able
rape
to.
people. The society's been like, yeah, dog, get your rape on, which is a fucked up society to be in, but that's where we're all at. So his competency on being a criminal is actually incredibly high. Look how long if you got away with crimes for 70 years of your life, 76 years of your life, right? With them all, and when I say get away with them, I don't mean like you were a mastermind and you hid them. I mean you were just like, yeah, I fucking did it. What do you want? I don't think it should be illegal because it's me. Like if you just walked around doing that and people just kept letting you do it, like okay, brazen. Like it's so brazen that people are like, I don't know if we can stop him. Like, well, you could if you had law and order in this fucking filthy society, but we don't, so that's why he keeps doing it. You don't have to worry about shit. You know, we don't live in a society of law and order. We live in a society of wealth and privilege. Completely
Yeah,
different.
I don't disagree with any of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, of course, Trump is like, I can do whatever I want. Well, yeah, society has told you correctly that you can. The rest of us can't. So when he whines about, like, can you believe they're not behaving? Yeah, I can believe they're not behaving. They're watching you, dick shit. But then he's like taken aback by it. And it's like, well, you know, that's it. That's life in this country. You are literally a symptom of why life sucks in this country.
Yay, starting the episode with complete and utter horror
Yep.
and disdain and distaste for humanity.
And we haven't even said the name.
Drown them all in a lake.
So yeah. That's just real though. Like I don't like it's bad. It's bad, folks. It's bad. I'm symptomatic of the downfall of the American society.
And how?
And how? So, you know, take that as you will, but yeah, that's what's going on there.
Well, that's a pleasant way to announce to everyone that old Trumparooski is in some trouble.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
he though?
folks.
They keep playing this game.
They got him. They're gonna draw and quarter him and usher in socialism any minute now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, what's the over under in Vegas these days about like whether he'll face any actual consequences?
They're higher than ever, but I think if you take the bet that he'll face any substantive consequence, you'd be wrong. Keep in mind, it's still illegal to. It's not illegal to pardon yourself, and it is still legal to be president while in prison, but it's not legal to vote for the president while you're in prison. So keep those couple of key facts in mind. They're fitting to be real important soon when Trump wins from jail. Putting that up as a the Dan over and under on that is high. I think he
Odds
wrecks
are
the hood
high.
from jail. Oh yeah. Are you seriously like? Do you have anything below 40% odds? I got 40% easy.
40% is probably not a bad bet.
I don't think it is. I think it's a goddamn good bet. I think we're gonna see it.
I'd give him the full 60 because everybody's seen what Biden could do,
Yeah,
and
look what
everybody's
Biden.
pissed off at him.
Look at,
Everybody's
look,
pissed off at him now, so they're gonna use that goldfish memory.
look what Biden can do with some uppers and LSD. You think Trump can't pull it off in his heavy diet
And
of
it
methamphetamine and
probably won't
McDonald's?
even be Biden because he might die before he might fucking croak before he fucking hits office,
Oh, well,
leaving
uh,
us with Kamala and shit.
oh yeah, if it's Kamala or Buttigieg, okay. Let me rephrase. If
We're
it's against
done.
Biden, I think he's got 40% shot winning from a prison cell. If it is against Kamala or Pete, 95%. I can't guarantee anything, but that is as high as I'm willing to go.
Then Hillary tried to show her happy ass up again.
Yeah, she's like, I don't look so bad now, do I? Yeah, you still do. You lost already.
You lost to him.
You
You
lost.
know how weak you have to be to lose to him in the first place,
You lost to the sloppiest bitch at the party.
right?
They were
She was just vomiting all over the floor and screeching obscenities at people,
it,
slurs,
if okay,
and you lost to that.
the literal equivalent, right, is that you're at the dance. You're looking to go home with somebody to get tonight. And there's another gal at the dance. And that gal has pissed all over the floor, said the N word a bunch of times to the only black person there, but then said she's not racist. She's crapped herself at least once because you can see it. She's stepped in it. She's slipped in it, so that dress is now stained with shit. They picked that, people. They picked that over you. You're done here. You don't get to run for president anymore. You lost to that.
Terry after the massacre.
Yeah. You lost to that, Hillary. So like, no, we don't need you anymore. You're good. You've proven yourself to be the apex loser. Kudos. What a feat. Counterpoint, get out.
If I ever see you again.
If I ever see your ass again. So I'm not buying it. Trump, I'm like I said, 40% odds he wins from the prison cell, and if it's against Hillary, 95 easy. Pete Buttigieg, 95. Kamala, 95. Oh, did you see Cornel West ditch the People's Party after we did that episode?
Yeah. Oh, I
Oh,
remember this. I saw
smart
this
move.
and specifically
It was
wanted to bring
smart
it up.
Because like I don't know why people would be bitching that he did that when it's obviously the right move to make, and he should have did it like instantly.
Who's bitch? Have you seen people bitching? Oh yeah. Oh well, those freaks are, but they don't count.
Yeah, those freaks are bitching. Yeah,
Yeah, those freaks are whining, but fuck them.
everybody else is like, yeah, good, good,
All right, dude. We'll let this one slide this one time.
thank you.
Yeah.
Why were you even considering them?
You know what? You gave it up. That's all we wanted. You gave it up. But seriously, what in the fuck?
The People's Party. Ooh.
You know what? It seems like an attractive value proposition before it happens. It's after it happens
Well,
that
he's
you go, the
well,
fuck?
he's doing. Yeah, he's still determined to like meet the MAGAs on their terms and talk and revitalize the soul of America, introduce America to its best self, and like, what America is that, my guy?
Where's that at?
The slavery America? The Jim Crow America? You gotta remember, this is not church camp over here.
You quite literally know better than we do, so why are you doing this? Like we
I mean,
should not know more than you.
I admire his bravery because a lot of the motherfuckers is actual fascists.
Well, like again, like should he know better than us? Out of everybody in the world, should he know better than us? I think so.
Yeah, sure.
And here's my question: is part of this to demonstrate what happens?
No,
What happens if he decides to run for president?
I think he's just trying to revive that Bernie situation, but he's forgetting that he's black and they will murder your ass.
Do you think he's not thinking about that?
I think he's thinking that the risk is worth taking if he can save the left.
Okay.
The value proposition is, but then it's just moving the left rightward, which is exactly what we don't need.
Yeah.
I mean, I would tend to think that a man of his
It's still sock him shit.
experience knows better, but wants to do it anyway.
But he's still a sock him, you know.
Well, for what it's worth, I think he wants to shoot his shot not because he thinks he'll make it, but because he wants to be an example, I think. He wants people to say like, well, if that guy can run, why not me?
Fair.
I'd like to think that's part of the calculation, at least.
It's fair. I'll accept that. I
mean,
accept
I
that
mean,
math.
I mean, from the liberal mindset, he's almost the perfect candidate, really.
Well, but for that whole nasty leftism bug he has, yeah.
Yeah, but that could be taken care of.
Well,
I mean, as long as he agrees to sell out totally. I mean, stranger things have happened, but
yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure, it'll be interesting. For sure.
or will it be 100% as we predicted and go down like a lead balloon, and then it's just the same?
Well, he's gotta go through all the riggings, all the various levels of rigging. So we'll see how far. The question is really how far he'll get.
Not, and like I said, like he might just want to demonstrate, like, all right, if you start out with what I got, like this is it. I don't know. Like I
Find it interesting that he's
I'm
going.
still
He was talking about the military
demoralized.
industrial complex. That was pretty interesting.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm demoralized by the power of the machine to crush people, even if they're not trying to run within it. And so I don't know what to predict.
It's a dangerous game. That's. I wish him luck. I really do. I really do. I hope he does it.
Me too.
Opened up a can of worms there, though. That's for sure.
It is quite the can of worms. Yes.
Those people are covered in worms.
Literally
About to
just
get-
covered in them.
Just
About to get worm juice all over you.
You're a worm man.
He's gonna get slimed like Nickelodeon. Worm, earthworm Jim. Yeah, it's a. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
It is a bit frustrating.
Like he hasn't outright said communism, but he says a lot of stuff that's eerily similar until he starts throwing in stuff like globalist.
I-
He uses the words. He uses the words.
globalist in his mouth does not bother me like it bothers me in Jimbo, the guy who just got done watching Ben Shapiro. Because like
give me more than 4 reasons why.
more than 4 reasons, that might be tough. Yeah, so I mean, I will say
Are you
that like,
suggesting that Jimbo, who was watching Ben Shapiro, might have a different intention underneath his yelling globalists aggressively into his radio?
you know, I
And you
am
see-
kind of
and-
saying that.
And you see, this is the time that you need a monster.
This is when you need a monster to fight off the Jew.
Oh, you slipped there. You were supposed to say the word globalist
I mean,
there.
The globalist, the woke moralist.
The woke moralists
The woke moralist.
with their yarmulkes and their cash.
You know, it's not targeting a single group. Anyone can wear a yarmulke.
Yarmulkes are a cap often worn by neo-Nazis. I think that's what I've been paid to say.
I don't know.
I've
They
been
call
paid
them
to say
they
that.
call them Yama Nazis.
Although they do call them Jew caps, weirdly enough. So I don't know. I do
The
know they hate
Jews.
God.
You do such a great Peterson.
Thank you. I've worked on that for a very long time. I have. I put a lot of effort into doing that.
Well, it shows. It's good.
Thank you. I think I'm just. I have a bunch. This is another one of those quick Dan asides. I have so much draft chaff that I think I'm just gonna burn it.
Literally set it on fire.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna burn it. I don't know what to do with all this shit. You can't sell it anywhere.
Not really. There's not a ton of good places to sell bulk anymore.
Yeah, I think even Star City Games won't buy bulk commons and uncommons. So I used to go through line by line, like, is this in Pauper? No, all right, I've thrown it away. Like, that's it. Oh fuck. Yeah, no, it's just surreal. It's fucking surreal. The shit we live under.
Cereal.
Yeah, cereal. I'm super cereal.
Still very fascinating to me what an army of volunteers and aides and people under Cornell West would look like, but also what a presidency would look like. I find that fascinating.
How cold do you want me to be? They'll just shoot him, right? They'll just shoot him. That's what they're gonna do. The minute he
No,
makes a move,
but hypothetically, if he were to actually get in there,
yeah.
how much do you think he could actually do? How much?
Uh, he like very little, but it would be more than the system would be designed to handle, and they will shoot him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The system is designed to handle 0% of what he will do. He will accomplish about 4% of what he wants, and because he did, they'll just kill him. Like you're talking about literally the most sadistic fucks on the planet. Not only politically, I mean, I actually believe like if Bernie Sanders got in, they'd shoot him. If Cornell West gets in, he's wet.
I
He's
think
dead
that's
on
what that
arrival.
giving up. I personally think that's what that giving up moment was. They took him aside and was like, "Motherfucker, we will kill you," and he was like, "Oh, okay." We
What
will
with
kill
Bernie?
you. We will bury your name. You will be nothing.
Well, they were already burying his name. I tend to think they were like, we'll be nicer to you if you fall in line, and you can get more of what you want done if you're willing to just bow out gracefully. Is how they probably said that. That's kind of what I'm convinced of. I don't think it was any good. I don't think there was anything good about what they did. But if I had to guess, that's kind of how they pitched that to him, and he was just like, "Sigh, all right, I'll do it."
God damn it!
Okay.
Can't have the fear of a good example, right? The threat of a good example.
Well, yeah, that's what it boils down for them. So, of course, you can bully Bernie into doing it because, like, what else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do if you're Bernie Sanders at that point? They just literally gave you an out, where they're gonna be nicer to you allegedly, and then help you. And then, like, what's funny? They didn't even do that. They weren't even nice to him.
No, of
They were not.
They are not.
course not. You mean the people who completely broke every single goddamn treaty to the Native Americans?
Yeah,
Those guys.
weirdly, those guys aren't nice.
Those guys were lying.
Those guys were lying. Huh,
What?
that's news to me.
This whole
Well, God
time?
damn it! You
Well,
think you know someone?
you thought you knew somebody. You mean the lying people who keep lying were lying to you? The
The lying liars were lying.
fucking lying liars were lying again. None of this seems right.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
This is an outrage.
you can't. You can't even make this shit up, my dude. You can't.
You can't. No, no.
You wish you were, but you can't. You can't do it. Fucking insane. So yeah, with Mr. Cornell, that's what we're getting there. We're getting I think he's going Green Party, which is fine. Like the Green Party doesn't inherently like it doesn't set off any warning bells in my head. I'm not like hyper excited because I know the Greens won't win a national election. And the only thing I do wish is that the Greens would like be more present down ballot. Because the down ballot
Yeah,
were
try to win something more locally since they can't
yeah.
win anything nationally.
Yeah, it's not that they shouldn't. Like, let me be clear. It's not that they shouldn't have a national face to try to fundraise off of, like in every major election. Like they should. The libertarians are smart about this too. But where you try to win your fights is down ballot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another thing. People are sitting out here talking about liberty, talking about they wish they wish we could have a third and fourth and fifth party, and they're like, yeah, the libertarians should have a shot too. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
They
You want
do.
to give the libertarians a shot? Good
The
lord.
the libertarians run 2 candidates every goddamn time, and they're still not happy. Because like every libertarian, every other libertarian isn't a real libertarian. That's the
Fucking
fucking problem.
Lobert. Those are the absolute worst. I would choose a Republican over a Lobert. At least, at least you know they're fucking. You know what they're about.
Yeah, you don't know if you're getting property crimes, white collar crimes, or pedophiles. Like you don't know what you're getting with a libertarian. Every one of them is a goddamn their own version of it. Does the castle doctrine apply to my house cat? Watch 19 different people argue about it for 7 hours and call them all Democrat shills by the end of it. That's a
Freedom to
libertarian
marry a
debate.
12-year-old.
Fucking absurd. Fucking absurd people.
Which tyranny is
I
an
promise,
outrage.
officer, the age of consent in Japan is much lower.
Yeah. I should be considered a Japanese citizen because I, like them, consider the age of consent to be 4.
Fucking Lobert.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's some of the. Let's bust out the classic Sons of Trier gossip time. Did you hear? Lolbert is divorcing her husband. Excuse
Who's
me.
Lobert?
What's her name? Lorena Lolbert or Lauren Boebert?
Lauren Boebert.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lauren
And that
Boebert.
that started a while ago. 'Cause there was the wild speculation that like about she was leaving her husband for the Christian. I don't know if he's like a pastor or a rock music guy or a little bit of both.
I think he's
He's
a
got really bad
musician.
hair. But yeah, there was some speculation there and some bringing up of the husband's past history and etc.
I think it's great that she's divorcing her rapist. I think it's a positive sign, a positive change for Ms. Lauren.
It
Hopefully
would be
her.
nice if she grew and learned from it as a person, but
Yeah.
we both know that that's way too much to expect.
Never gonna happen.
She'll just get more unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How is that possible, you ask? I don't know.
Oh,
but we're going to see it.
we are gonna see it. We are gonna see that shit live. She gonna pull it off. Yeah, I just thought I don't know. I just thought that was nice to hear that you're divorcing your rapist after how many years and children with your rapist. That was a good move, pro move to do that. Really make sure you're entangled when you go to get that divorce. That helps. That always helps.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about the sanctity of marriage from her over the next
Definitely.
2 years.
Definitely can't wait for that. Definitely seems like the pro move.
The inevitable projection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every other divorced woman is a whore. I'm special. She about to be pure lib. I can't. I am kind of. There's a dark part of me that's like, I really hope we get the girl boss Lauren Boebert articles for like they're really positive about her divorcing her rapist of like 20 years.
But let's be serious. There are a lot of people out there who are praying for her and her husband to help them heal their marriage.
Yes.
Because that's what needs to happen for them, right?
Yeah. I think jail time would be better for both of them myself. I'm a fuddy-duddy in that regard. I'm a bit of a fuddy-duddy.
Before or after the baby eating ceremony?
Well, we may as well let them have a last meal. Fuck it. Do they have to eat their own kids or somebody else's kids? If somebody else's kids, I'm out, dog.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Whatever's in the slurry, huh?
Whatever is around, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Tough but fair on that one. Tough but fair. You can't argue it. Oh, shit.
Slurry.
Whatever's in your child-eating slurry, you horrible monsters.
Curse Slurpee.
You curse slurpee. Ew. Ew. Oh, fuck. All right. You know what? We did a half hour of content. I say we just talk business now.
Okay.
Let's get wild on it. So, I don't know. Coming up here. Is this like, this is going to be one of those episodes of people watching the replay only? I can already tell from the viewing numbers. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I have to ask a serious question though
yeah, go ahead.
before that gets started. When it comes to forcing them to eat their own children, like how many of ours are we actually willing to sacrifice to get that? Because I mean, it is kind of a dope idea.
Excellent question.
Making them eat their own children.
Excellent
And
question.
so if you have to throw it out there that like you're going to have to shovel a fair amount of your youngsters in, like what's the calculus on that? Because I'm curious.
0, but we tell them 4.
4-1. Okay.
Yeah, we tell them 4. It's actually 0.
You play the game where you say, "What match you?"
Yes.
Nice. And then just like hide it in the accounting.
Exactly.
I got it.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Sweet. All right. I just wanted to know what the strategy was. Because, you know, sometimes
Just
people
water
will
down.
ask.
Just water down the slurry a little bit.
Oh yeah, no quarter for these pigs. No actual quarter for these pigs, except the quartering, if you catch my drift,
Of the pigs.
of the pigs. But doesn't it make you feel better that the pigs have won tonight? They can all sleep soundly.
Yeah, live to 90 fucking 100 years old.
Everything.
Everything is all right.
Everything is all right.
Do do do.
But doesn't it make you feel better? My dad and I are gay. We're gonna go down to an abortion clinic and shoot it up today.
Is there any other news this week?
Nothing. I don't know. Ron got cucked again in public, and he cried a little bit.
Oh, by Disney, right?
Yeah, he got cucked again somehow. Mike
No
Pence is
surprise there.
alive. I still cannot wait for the debate. Okay, yeah, I want to talk about that for a second. I cannot wait for the debate when Mike Pence is like, you know, they ask him the inevitable January 6th question, and just Trump's like, do you remember when I told all those people to kill you, Mike? Do you remember that? Do you remember when I ordered your execution in public? Do you remember, Mike? Do you
Definitely
remember how
not
scared
going.
you were?
Definitely not going for the the second pick
Yeah.
again.
Mike, answer the lady. Tell her how scared you were. Remember when you pissed yourself a little bit because I told all those people to kill you in public? Mike, why aren't you talking about it, Mike? Why don't you just talk about it, Mike? It'll be fine. They didn't do it, Mike. I told them to, but they didn't get to you. It's not because they weren't going to kill you, it's because they didn't get to you. Mike, if I survived an assassination I ordered, that would be pretty cool. So I don't know why you don't talk about it, Mike. Just constantly harassing him on stage. Mike, remember that? Remember that, Mike? Remember that time I told everybody to kill you, Mike, and they said okay? They were like really eager to kill you, Mike. Remember? I said hang Mike Pence, and I said you deserved it. You remember that, Mike? Like, it's gonna be so fucking awesome.
Mike.
Yeah, and the best part is he's gonna be like, the president and I disagree on this. He'd be like, yeah, I said you should be dead, and you said you should be alive, Mike. We did disagree, Mike. You don't have to lie to people. We did disagree. No, Mike, it's okay. Tell them.
It was perfect. Everything I did on January 6th was perfect.
I did everything perfectly. Nothing was wrong there. Mike, are you
Made
okay,
no
Mike?
wrong decisions.
Mike, you don't look very happy right now. Are you okay, Mike? Do you need a hug, Mike? Or like, you know, like
You're not getting a hug.
yeah. I'm not kidding. I'll hug you. I'll let some of my friends hug you. Remember that, Mike? Remember that
Hey,
joke
can
I
we get
said?
someone in the Can we get someone in the room to hug him?
Yeah, can we get a couple of my friends in the room to hug Mike? Or like,
I don't want tears on my suit.
they're gonna be like Mike. He'll be like, he'll be trying to talk and he won't look at Nikki Haley because it's another woman. You know what I mean? And he'll be like, Mike, look, there's a girl on stage. Are you gonna have to beat yourself because of your stupid religion, Mike? Remember your dumb religion that makes you scared around girls? I'm not scared. But then it's gonna be even better. He's gonna one up himself like mid debate and not even realize. Cause he'll be like, remember that time? He'll be like, Nikki, remember how you and I had sex and Mike was uncomfortable because we did it next to him? Do you remember, Nikki? Do you remember that time I banged you? Which, by the way, is a real thing. She banged him.
Who?
Nikki Haley banged Trump. That's a real ass thing. I'm not making
Ew.
that up. Yeah.
I don't want to know who he's banged.
Well, now you do. Nikki Haley behind his wife's back. That's why they're thinking Trump might get a divorce before this whole thing goes down.
I don't even know who Nikki Haley is.
The estimation is that she is going to invoke a fucking prenup on him for cheating on her.
Which time? She knows who he is.
Yeah, yeah, right. Like, fair enough.
She's probably waiting for his finances to bounce back for it.
Yeah, that's
but it just keeps going down.
I
Ew, that's who he banged. Ew.
I kind of think you're right. I kind of think that's the only way to stop it.
Ew, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. That's the worst. That is the where I would that
yeah.
visual. Oh my god.
Nikki Haley
That
was
that
riding
is
that shit,
that
just
is
wet
that
thighs
is
on wet thighs.
that is disgusting. Ugh.
But it's
The
gonna be amazing. I'm
skin
telling
the
you,
skin flapping and
when they
and
do the debates
varicose
this
veins
time,
everywhere.
when they do the debates this time, we need to watch that. We need to comment live. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hilarious. The Republican debate this time is gonna be fucking nuts if Trump gets to participate. Like if I were the
It
Republic,
will.
dude, it's gonna be off the hook. Like I said, like Nikki, remember we used to have sex in front of Mike because it made him uncomfortable. Remember? Remember all those times I sexually harassed my vice president? Mike, do you remember when they threatened to kill you? That was funny too, wasn't it, Mike? This is a big
Mike, I came on her face.
Mike, Mike, Mike. If it makes you feel better, we could have had a baby. It was all inside. Mike, now are you mad?
Very smooth skin,
Mike,
very moistened skin.
Mike, Ron. Then he just leans over. Hey, Rob, that's when you do it with a lady. That's when you do it with a girl. That's what I'm talking about. Do you know what that's like? You don't. You got a small penis. Rob, I'm talking about having sex with a girl. Rob, bring your wife over. I'll show you what it looks like. He is gonna be off the fucking chain. It's gonna be amazing. They're not gonna know what to do with the guy. And then when it's gonna get real racist too, because that Indian guy's gonna be up there and he's like, "Who ordered Chinese food? Why are you on here?" And they're just gonna be like, "Ha, Mr. President, you're so funny," and he'll be like, "I'm better than all of you." God, you're all weak. Where's Roger? Roger was a cool guy. I used to bang Roger's wife. He liked it.
And they'll eat it up.
Well, yeah, those guys are all going to be pissed and fuming and just like sexually repressed from it. But like the party is just going to they're going to go nuts. They're like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Which, like, fair. Honestly, fair. That will be fucking. I'm laughing just thinking about it. I really hope he doesn't bitch out though.
And then you think about our future, and you're like, "Oh, I now can't laugh anymore."
Oh my friend Rome is on fire. We are watching the flames rise. I'm laughing now while I can. It ain't gonna get any better from this. Once that primary happens, American politics as an institution is going to be ended by the military. For fuck's sake, they're gonna be like, this can't go on. At least for a generation, this cannot happen.
And through just pure luck, I get to have a front seat.
Yeah.
So you have to like almost make yourself enjoy that.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do? You just be miserable while it's happening? You gonna do what the libs would be, like pulling their hat out and be like, see, they're losing, while like the Republicans get like, I don't know, the fucking biggest viewership at an event. They'll get 80 million viewers at that point when they're like, can you believe what Trump's saying about Pence's execution? It's not good.
I prefer to just leave the room entirely.
Nah, you may as well watch it, dude. Enjoy it.
Nah.
May as well. It will. Okay, like the only defense I'll give of it is it actually will be the funniest fucking thing ever. But it's gonna come from a place that's just like, oh my god, look at the utter misery and horror we're living in.
I am so fatigued with conservatives right now. I can't even like think about them
Nah, I think they're.
without just fucking getting annoyed.
Nah, I still think Trump can make me laugh. I have faith for my wet boy.
I have zero interest.
I have faith in the juicy jiggler, baby.
Juicy jiggler.
Uh,
Oh yeah, sloppy Steve. I have faith in him. He's gonna make me laugh at least. If that's all I'm getting out of this goddamn election cycle, then buddy, I am gonna get that.
is that South Park episode where they had the fucking mayo? And it was like school teachers.
I don't
And
know.
there's like two just ancient ass school teachers about to have sex, and everybody's like, "Oh God!" And then you had a whole assembly for it.
If I say yes, does it make it funnier or less funny?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, well, if it doesn't matter, then no, I guess. But I think it's gonna be a fucking riot. I am thoroughly entertained, my friend.
I need a beer.
I am done with this bullshit. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good times. That debate is gonna make me genuinely happy. Ted, oh Ted, you're still here? Oh, you didn't get the memo. Everybody thinks you're a pussy, Ted. Ted, don't worry. Everybody thinks you're a girly pussy. Ted, Ted, what's that thing clawing down your arm? It looks like a cockroach. Are you like commanding cockroaches right now? You disgusting pussy. It's gonna make me so happy. But like, I don't mind the pain. That is a Danzig reference if you didn't get it. I don't mind the pain. We don't have a music guy, so I have to do it all myself, thanks.
Don't say that
Well,
like
you
it's
were
a
talking about doing
trial
impressions.
for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. We don't have a music guy, so I have to do all the work myself.
But yeah, again, don't say that like it's some sort of like trial and tribulation that you're going through.
Don't act like I don't love it.
Yeah, that's like the number one reason you do the show repeatedly.
You got my ass. I am thinking about recording my cover of Miki Matsubara's Matsubara, that's her name. Miki Matsubara's "Stay With Me" because that song rocks. Like if you translate it into English, the lyrics are fucking amazing. Are you guys familiar with it?
No.
Okay, it's a city pop classic. It's called "Stay With Me." I recommend you listen to it in the original Japanese. She's a beautiful singer, wonderful. But the lyrics are like, the lyrics, the lyrics are like, "Hey, listen, I know I've been drinking all night, but I got to thinking. You're making me. I'm feeling really lonely because of that fight that went down. Maybe we should reconsider whether or not to break up. I just think neither of us are really conventionally attractive."
I do enjoy me some city pop,
It's pretty good.
and that is about how it goes with city pop.
It's kind of fucking amazing. Oh, so stay with me. I mean, I feel like you're second place, but it's a pretty good place to be because you're not that bad. It could really be worse. I've really thought this through. Stay with me. If you're the worst, if
I
you
just heard that whole song, but like in the
Catchy as it is
voice of that hamster from like circa 2010. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's as catchy as it is desperate.
Yes. Stay with me. I'm sorry that I offended both of your parents in one go.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's got a lot of sax, so yeah, if you imagine that, like, yeah, you could be wrong, is all I'm saying. You could be. You're pretty close to accurate on that. Stay with me. I promise I'll do that thing you like once a week.
Not
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
only once a week, not twice.
It's a good deal, and let's face it, neither of us are getting any younger. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm really considering doing that. Because there's going to be a weekend where my kids aren't here, and I'm going to be like, I just happen to have the backing track to that amazing song. Why not?
Go for it.
All right. I mean, as long as I got permission to put it under the show's brand, it's going to happen.
Like you need permission.
I do. I don't put out everything. Believe it or not, I do like hold back. Although I do assert again that the hard R is appropriate in Trump's case when you're specifically talking about his like emotional fucking intelligence. I'm pretty insistent on that being true.
God damn
Yeah.
it. I set off the smoke alarm.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Stay with me. I mean, your cooking really could be worse, so I should just settle. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know, how y'all doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty typical.
I know Juniper's burning her house down, which is cool. That's based. Get the insurance money.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, why not?
Cause fuck insurance companies.
Yuck 'em.
There was nothing actually burning. The main issue is, and I don't get like, I have renter's insurance, but come on now. No, what happens is if you turn on the oven at any point in cooking,
Hmm.
it sets off the smoke alarm, which is connected to all the other smoke alarms.
Like in the place.
Yes.
So you have
It-
like a very small window to make sure this isn't a big fucking deal.
Right. And I already turned on the exhaust fan, but I had neglected to turn on the ceiling fan in the living room, which is how all that happened. I think I have it under control now.
Well, if your neighbors come angry at you, just be like, "No, this is the dude next door." Clearly.
No, there's no anger. There's no actual smoke. It's just like drifting vapor. Like, have you ever had one that's like right outside your bathroom when you didn't have an exhaust fan?
Yeah.
And so simply the act of taking a hot shower set that shit off?
Technically no, but I do understand that in principle. So I'm
Right.
going to say yes.
So basically, if there's any steam that comes off of anything in my cooking area,
It's go
the house
time.
is going to scream at me.
It's go
It's-
time.
The house is gonna scream.
Fuck.
I
Fuck.
have tools to deal with it. It's all good.
It just screams at you. Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
It screams at me less than the cat does. I'm pretty happy.
Well, cats scream a lot. They're little bastards.
I am lucky that he allows me to be his servant, and I don't condone that kind of talk.
It's funny you phrase it that way because that's exactly the way to understand that relationship.
And I'm grateful for it.
I'm not, but I still love cats better than dogs.
That woman you posted looks like an AI picture.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5 fingers.
I love that is That is the sole barrier for looking like an AI picture.
But like the other arm is
It's
like
got the
kind of
correct
hidden
number.
behind. Other arm's hidden behind in that shadow. That shadow doesn't look real.
They photoshopped that pretty poorly.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
It's definitely manipulated. The
Oh
lighting's
yeah.
different
It's
on the head than
early
the body.
AI.
It's just Photoshop.
Bad AI. AI is best bad Photoshop.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't have an actual human deciding like what parts to airbrush.
Mm-hmm. Nobody
It's
with talent.
it's guesswork based on like the the lowest common denominator.
But you're entirely correct. Yeah. That's why I'm not. That's why when people are like, "Can you believe AI is going to be taking these jobs?" Like, no, I really can't because I haven't seen evidence of it. I can believe that corporations are going to like try to give all these jobs to AI, and then when their entertainment products suck, this is what happened with like I
Well,
forget
that's
what it
just
was.
it. That's what they're fighting for because they know that like they're just gonna drag the quality into the garbage.
Yeah. Let's be fair. Those people are fighting for their livelihoods, but their livelihoods are entirely what makes sure our movies don't suck. So I'm with them.
Yeah,
I'm with them.
100%.
Oh, absolutely. And we already know that like once AI feeds on itself, like if it gets recursive,
Yeah. Oh my
like
god.
it's the horror.
Oh,
And
out of this world terrible.
That's the theme of the year.
but I
That
mean, unfortunately, I wonder if it's going to get to that point before somebody decides like, "Oh, perhaps this is not the route we should have chosen."
not until they start losing money. Once they lose money, yes, but it has to be of such a substantively high
Well,
quantity of money.
part of it is they're okay with losing money if they create a situation in which the workers are more exploitable.
Yeah, they have to lose enough money that it becomes literally not profitable to like do it.
Right. And I mean, I think, if you want to take the extreme example, they could collapse the entire entertainment industry, like just cause it to not really exist anymore. Excuse
I
me.
I
And
hmm.
in theory, like if the studios wanted to be like, fuck you, no, we're not paying you. What's the the end product of that if you look like 10 years down the line?
Do we deign to game that out? Is that actually plausible? I don't know.
Like I wonder in their endless pursuit of profit if they might like shoot themselves in the foot and be like, "Oh, what happened?"
Yeah, but then they'll just keep putting out trash until something sticks.
Right, but
And
that's what I'm
inevitably, with
saying.
enough
Like
time, something will stick.
Fair.
will they be able to reproduce it?
Not intentionally.
Does it matter? They can just keep floundering for years and years doing garbage.
Until it works.
That's true, and you kind of can just tell liberals what to do and they'll obey.
Yep.
Like it like people think that's a uniquely conservative trait, and like these people have proven time and time again that is not, it's not a unique trait at all. Like you can just tell them it's prestige, and they'll be like, "Ooh, crap, dog time to turn my brain off." Like conservative. Okay, I will say that
Pavlov, do your job.
just this is the exact again. This is one of those like times where everybody mirrors each other. Just as if you tell a conservative this is anti woke and they'll pay like any amount of money for shitty coffee, right? Or the gay sex chocolate or whatever it was that Michael Knowles was promoting, where he's like, I'm gonna fuck my dad, who's this weird guy on the TV, right? If you just tell them like, no, this TV show is woke and based, they'll be like, oh shit, oh, I better watch it. Yep, it's woke and based, all right. I don't actually have any understanding of good writing or quality, but I know it's woke because there's a black guy who's mad at white people. Never mind that the reason he's mad at white people is not the reason to be mad at white people. You can just say it. Do you remember Lovecraft Country? I'm right. Like, once again, you don't have to like what Dan says. Dan's right about that one. Lovecraft Country.
I
is solid.
didn't actually watch it.
Good for you.
Should I watch it?
You
Lovecraft Country. Should I watch that?
should you? Yeah, just to see how bad it is.
Was the source material any good? Because I haven't read
I
it
mean,
either.
Lovecraftian horror is
No,
definitely a classic.
there's no. I mean, I've read Lovecraft, but like apparently this is based on
A book.
some other work. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, is it worth checking that out first?
I think the book's worth it. I don't know. Michael Jordan Peterson, you got anything to say here?
Wait, which one or what property are we talking about?
Lovecraft
Lovecraft Country.
It does some interesting things, particularly with educating white people about sundown towns and
I'll give
some
it
of the
that.
various stuff going on. But it is eventually stuff that you've seen before. It's well done. So if you're just looking for a show, then yeah, check it out. But
Is the source material worth anything?
I think so.
the source material, yeah, I mean, it kind of just, the source is usually better than the actual like derivatives. So yeah,
Usually.
it's pretty good. Yeah,
All right.
I
Good
mean,
to know.
there's worse things you could check out for the source material. I would give it a check out. Yeah, check it out.
Did you watch it all the way through? I tried and I couldn't.
I didn't because I already know the stuff. They teased a all out Lovecraftian war, and that was cool. But I knew from the moment I saw it they were gonna do the Metroid shit, and we wouldn't see that for like 2-3 seasons. Which
Yeah.
at that point Netflix would pull the plug because they don't want to pay any royalties.
Fair.
A third season on Netflix.
They gave that crappy show about.
But it is worth checking out. Also, Batman, even it was straight garbage. It was garbage that I liked.
I will
Oh
give
no,
it
and
that.
that
Give
has
it
a
that.
place.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
It was like
Yeah,
okay.
if you like Battle Nun, then yeah, sure, check out Lovecraft Country. Sure.
The first episode of Lovecraft Country was pretty good. Like
It was really good. It was that's
yeah,
where their budget went.
it had the excitement of the sundown town, and then like it gave you both like the realistic real world reason sundown towns are complete shit, right? Which is the horrendous fucking race violence that they represented. But then it also like adds a like a wonderful flavor of like what if also vampires? And you're like, neat.
Right.
Okay, this is cool. It's like doubly bad to be down out in this town. Okay.
Well, the monsters are physical manifestations of the racism. They're doing the classic monster trope of the monsters are the thing.
Yeah. They try to do what they try to do then is they try to do a reversal. It's like see how bad that was. Well, in reality, all the people are bad.
This regular race. This is regular racism in reality, not just straight up Russians.
Yeah, you could have done.
They don't even have a demon to blame.
Right.
Right.
They just like it like that.
Yeah, they
Hey,
get rid of.
At least it's not a goddamn vampire.
They get rid of the hook really quick to have like a black woman turn into a white woman and then be treated different, which like yeah, no shit, that woman could see that, like she wasn't stupid, she was just trying to survive. So like to have that character then do that, but then like she was like all horny to be with this white dude, but then like the white dude found out she's black because she transforms back, so then she rapes him up the butt, and it's like okay,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, I was like I don't.
Did it need the rape subplot?
Did it need to graphically show it? And I was like, oh yeah, they like I was like I'm stupid. They always have to show the rape. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that's what they're there for. The torture porn.
Right. I was like, oh yeah, that's what libs are here for. They want to watch people get raped. That way they can be like, see how bad rape is. And it's like I kind of figured rape was bad. Like I don't
Yeah,
know
but
why
liberals need it spelled out.
which like I think that like let's talk about why you need to spell that out. Like you can't
They
just
got
be
they
like,
got their notepad. Rape equals bad? Question mark.
does it? I might have to see a couple. That's all. And like to be fair, like when people are like, oh, Game of Thrones had rape, like guess what? I didn't watch either. Surprise, wasn't
Well,
impressed.
well, because I mean, otherwise you don't get to have the debate of like whether what you see depicted is really rape or not.
Surprise, it was. Surprise.
Was it sufficiently horrifying? Could
Yeah,
she have fought back? I mean, or he, as the case may be.
yeah.
That
Um,
actress is traumatized.
It's like you kind of hope though because like that's a pretty fucking graphic scene. It's just like either way, the committer or the like not. You know what I mean? Like whether or not they're the victim or the perpetrator in these two instances, it's like you kind of hope the person who recorded this is like, I can't do something like that again. That was pretty horrific. Like you
The
hope
whole
because if they're like,
that whole
she,
Game of Thrones debate where everybody was like, "Could we have done this without the rape?"
no, that show was built to convey rapes on screen. That's what that show's for. Again, like I guess what Dan didn't watch. Guess what Dan wasn't excited to go see. I can't do it. I know rape is bad. Like I don't need a moral lesson in that regard. Like I'm sorry, all you do. That's worrisome.
But what if it was rape for a really good reason?
Yeah, what if you raped baby Hitler? Like what would that have done?
what if it was a canonical rape, and so you knew it was necessary to keep your universe going?
It was Flash's Speed Force of rape.
Oh no, if you don't rape Hitler, he'll take over in the Second World War. And it's like, what? What do you want?
I can't get hard for a baby.
Yeah. What are you monsters even talking about?
Here comes the Lowberts.
Yeah. Quick, somebody call Lauren Boebert's ex-husband. We need to commit a rape against a child. And if we're not demonetized, I don't know what'll fucking do it. I don't know what we could possibly do where they're like,
We're not like pro baby rape though.
no, we're adamantly against it. But like, honestly, ask yourselves, if they're not demonetizing this, why should we ever get demonetized? What have we ever said? We've just casually called Lauren Boeber's rapist a rapist several times.
They've demonetized this day one.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, Jesus, we're going hard fucking
Well,
for.
The moment you say I'm against capitalism,
Pull the plug.
demonetized.
They will let you play.
I think maybe exploitation is bad.
Whoa. You know
Pull
what
the
I'm
plug.
not down with?
Pull it.
Hardcore rape. Pull him. Pull him. Get him off the air. Pull him.
Imperialism canceled.
Cancel his ass. Got his ass.
I thought they had to give you time to say like in Minecraft.
No.
No, they don't do that.
No,
You think they do that? No, they don't do that.
in their defense, we have used up all the in Minecrafts ever. Single-handedly.
we used all of them up in a single episode.
A while
And
back.
it wasn't even the one with the Hitlers.
Yeah. We did. We did. That is something that we actively sought to do and achieved. I don't know, in retrospect, why did we seek to do that? I don't know. There was a hot minute where I was like, "Ooh, if we don't swear in the first minute, we should be able to get by." And then their game was, "Let's get us demonetized within 2 seconds." And by the way, they won every time. Jake and Michael.
Are they in the room with us now, Dan?
They would be the other two people in the room. Yes.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought it was great.
You both did. You really did think it was. I agree. I am not doubting that you thought it was a fucking riot.
Hey, corporate sponsors, listen to this.
Prepare to get your mind fucking blown.
If anybody sees an ad on this, you've been misled.
Yeah, we ain't getting the cash. That is not a thing that's going to happen anytime fucking soon.
It's cool. If we wanted the cash, we'd create a sock puppet. No.
That's true. We could have sold out a long time ago.
What
I don't
fun would
even know.
that be?
I don't even know if I could though. People would just be talking through their neck like, slavery is okay, right? There's a permissible amount of slavery with a contract, and I'm just sitting here dying inside like.
We should start. I'll tell you what. We'll see who watches this on the replay before next week, because we should start next week's episode with child slavery is good actually, and then start the episode immediately with nope. That's it. There's the answer to that question. We're done. That's the whole episode. And then we just go off the air. We just take the week off. We're like, guess what? We're gonna blow your fucking mind. It's not. It's not good. It's not good in any way. It's bad actually.
Speaking of which, it's been a solid hour and a half.
I think it has. I think it has.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I think
we
it's
did
a
it.
good time to call it.
We did it. We love you all. Don't die.
Don't die.
Bye, America.